Welcome to everybody. Thank you for joining us in this webinar series from MAR Fund. My name is Natalie Mendez, and I'm the Director of Communications at MAR+Invest in MAR Fund. And today I'm going to be hosting this webinar. The webinar today is focused on the acceleration program of MAR+Invest in the open call program that we have. We are very happy about the session today. Very quickly, I'm going to present Okay, so very quickly, the basic rules of the seminar. We ask that we promote a space for learning and respect, that all of the microphones and cameras are deactivated during the seminar. If you can please also write your full name, the country from which you're visiting, and the organization to which you belong in this chat. And if you have any questions throughout the presentation, please write them in the chat of Zoom. And at the end, once our presentations are over, we are going to open a session for these questions. There is also a session from Facebook Live. Please ask your questions through Facebook. And well, just remember that all the opinions expressed through these MAR Fund webinars are only responsibility of the presenters and not responsibility of MAR Fund. So now we're going to start with our webinar from the acceleration program of MAR+Invest, Thalasso, which is with us. It's one of the companies that participated in the acceleration program, and they're going to share their experience about the program. And also, I want to present the presenters for today. We are very happy that you can join us today. Paulina Salena is the Executive Director of Thalasso, and Valentina De Leo, she is the Project Manager of MAR+Invest in New Ventures. So Pau, Vale, welcome. If you want to begin, go ahead. We are ready. Hello. Thank you so much, Natalie. Thank you for that warm welcome. Okay, so I'm going to begin. Yes, you can begin. You can share your screen, please. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you can see it. Yes, we can see it. Yes, we see it. Okay, hello everybody. Nice to meet you. My name is Valentina De Leo. I am project manager of the MAR+Invest program. And I would like to tell you a little bit about this program. Right now, we have an open call for this program, for the acceleration program. And I would love to invite all of you that want to add your projects or your solution, your business solutions throughout the Mesoamerican Reef. It is a great opportunity for all of you. And I want to tell you a little bit about what it is about and how our acceleration project worked last year. Right now, I want to join it with Pau, who is an entrepreneur and a very good friend that was part of the project from last year. And I hope that this is very enriching and you can learn a lot. And I tell you that MAR+Invest is an initiative relatively new, started in 2022, and it's funded by GFCR, Coral Fund for Coral Reefs, UN fund directed to reef conservation efforts. This initiative is very wide. There's many components to it. And it happens through many allies, starting from New Ventures. I forgot to tell you that I am part of New Ventures. We are an accelerator in Mexico, and we accelerate programs throughout all of Latin America. And together with MAR Fund, Fondo Mexicano para la Conservación de la Naturaleza, through Sureste Sostenible, Vihuala, and Healthy Reefs for Healthy People, we are taking this initiative in progress. And today I'm going to focus on this acceleration program. So this is a very fascinating acceleration project, very new and very specialized in the sector and in the whole region. The main focus is mobilize private investment into the world of reef conservation in the region of the Mesoamerican Reef. So for everybody that doesn't know, it's the second biggest reef system, and we have it from our peninsula in Quintana Roo, Belize, Guatemala, and Honduras, and it is part of all of this region. And we want to make business solutions grow that have a benefit, indirect or indirect benefit on the reef health. We have evidence of how the health of the reef is decreasing in a global scale because of climate change. It's very clear that we've had massive bleaching events, very deep and very severe, and it's very, very important that we can have a positive impact in these very delicate ecosystems. So this program is directed to not only to a private sector, but it's looking for business solutions. We believe firmly in the direct relationship between doing good and involving economy with the positive impact that can be generated. That we have jobs that have a positive impact, that we have businesses that have a positive impact. So this, we do it through a whole program in which we teach and learn during around half a year, and it is all of it is directed through the Mesoamerican Reef System. We are focused on three main problems. One is water pollution, overfishing, and climate change. These are the three main generators that are helping reduce the health of the reef, which is why we chose these three areas. So all the businesses and all the solutions that we're looking for have to be linked or address one of these three problems to solving any of these problems. I was mentioning a minute ago that we are focused on the private sector, but this also includes NGOs that have business sides that are contributing to the conservation or restoration of reefs. So this is why we are looking for business solution in early stages and growing stages in the region that have this impact that is very tangible, directly or indirectly, and that are related to one of these three issues that I mentioned before, and that they are operating or are established in one of the 4 countries of the Mesoamerican Reef System. One of the 4 countries, which is Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, and Honduras. In Mexico, only the state of Quintana Roo. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how our program works. It's important to point out that, and it's one of the most important points, is that this program is completely free for everybody that is selected. It is a very, very strict selection process, but it is a great benefit for all of those that are selected. It's completely free. So our acceleration program has a group component and an individual component, so that the mentorship is very deep and specialized. From new ventures, we have a lot of experience in acceleration programs throughout Latin America with different approaches and focus probably on different problems, but we have very well mapped how we can provide this mentorship in the best way possible for small businesses or organizations so that we can really create a positive impact with the work that is being done. So what we do is we first do an initial diagnosis with experts that we have in our new ventures network, specialized in different subjects of entrepreneurs and new projects. And we do this diagnosis with the purpose of understanding the necessities of each one of the participants or organization that was selected. And then based on these solutions, we can assign the proper mentor that is going to be mentoring and guiding them through the following months, bi-weekly meetings. And from then on, we establish a work plan that is also tailor-made, that is specialized according to the needs of each of the organizations. We also develop a whole change theory to see what is the change that the positive impact that we want to see. And we work with different technologies and strategies like OER. Can you please turn off your microphone, please? And they have access to these specialized mentorships. Pao can tell us a little bit about these mentorships, and we've had in general very good comments and feedback in which mentors are helping them go to the deepest problems and analyzing which are the strongest variables that you guys are trying to figure out and that you want to solve. So that is part of the business side. And we also have mentorships in measuring the impact, and we are allied with Healthy Reefs for Healthy People, and they are specialized in monitoring the health of the reef, and they have access to access and interaction a lot with a person from this organization so that they can measure properly the impact that they are having. And they also will have a financial session. In the group components, we have group workshops that are probably generally going to be focused on business, some also with impact, theory of change. We determine them depending them on the needs of each of the generations. And we also have a closing event in one of the 4 countries that participate that are part of the Mesoamerican Reef, and that is the surprise for later. But you have the chance to meet all of the other participants of the programs, as well as other key allies and participants. We also have a lot of networking, a lot of opportunities for peer learning, and we have a lot of safeguards so that you can understand and have a good safeguarding system. I'm going to go a little bit quicker because I already explained it a little bit deep so that I can give time to Pao, and a little bit about the process for application. Right now, we are open we're calling for applications. If I can get the link of the webpage on the chat, so if anybody wants to come in and check out what it is to apply. And once we have received your register, you have to fill out a whole form, which is very strict, so that we can understand how your project or how your business solution is focused, what phase are you in, and how it's linked to the impact or the positive impact that you are creating on the Mesoamerican Reef and the communities that live or surround. After that, after this form, and we check it, if you go to the next stage, we are gonna have an interview for an hour with the team of MAR+Invest. There we ask some questions, we clarify some subjects, we present the profiles to the selection committee that is made up of experts on biodiversity, of the Mesoamerican Reef, conservation, and everything about business, so that we can make a good decision on who are going to be part of the next cohort. And from then on, we will give you the results. So a little bit of context of the timeline. Right now, finishing June, our applications are still open, and we're going to close until the 14th of July. If you are still not registered, I invite you to do so. I know that sometimes we leave things for the last minute, but the sooner we have more profiles, we start doing the evaluations from before, and in the end, we can get the process going. Then we're going to have our selection filters during July and August. In August, we're going to have that selection committee, and the acceleration program would start in August. This program lasts about 7 months, in which we are going to be constant contact with all of you. You will have access to all of the sessions and the mentorship. And we estimate that you would have to estimate around 4 hours a week, in which we know that people are, of course, focused on their projects or their other work. But we know that this program is not going to take a long time of your day, but it is an intensive program that each person can take it as deep as they want, but you can do other activities as you do the program. So these are the programs that we chose from the first program. Precisely, we have Thalasso here. They're going to tell us about how it was for them. But as you can see, we have companies from Mexico, Honduras, Belize. We had some applicants from Guatemala. It's independent, the selection through the countries, but we also have some companies from Guatemala. And you can go into the webpage and see with a lot more detail what each of these companies are made of. And so now I'm going to let Pau tell us about Thalasso so that we can continue the conversation. Muchas gracias, Vale. Thank you very much, Vale. I'm going to share my screen. Can you see it? Yes, we can see it. Okay, hello everybody. Thank you for this opportunity, for sharing a little bit of Thalasso and also our experience with the MAR+Invest New Ventures and all of these allies for a positive impact in the Mesoamerican Reef. And so, okay, in Thalasso, our mission is unlock or open the value of seaweed. So I always tell you a little bit about, I am Paulina. I was born in Mexico City. My first experience with the ocean was a beach like this one. How would you not fall in love with the ocean, seeing a beauty like this one? For me, it was in the last 11 years, very frustrating seeing that this is not what you see, this is what you see now. And even deeper shock that there are 48 countries that are affected by sargassum, and it's a list that is only growing, not only in amount of sargassum arriving, but also the amount of countries that it's being affected, and it's expected to arrive to other regions like Europe. So this is what inspired us to create Thalasso. So it is a cooperation between Norway and Mexico. And what we want to do is collect and transform this seaweed that is affecting Mexico, USA, the Caribbean, and West Africa. So as you can probably know, you are in this topic, you know that climate change has caused a bloom of sargassum never seen before. When we started the project, we accounted for 20 million tons. Today, we now count for 40 million tons drifting in the ocean. An idea of To have an idea of how much this is about half of the size of the United States that is arriving. And the problem is that what is happening is that when it arrives to the beach, what happens is that it starts a process of decomposing. It's liberating gases and liquids that are affecting economies, livelihoods, coastal community health, uh, because they are breathing these toxic gases. But also in Thalasso, we know that we believe very firmly that sargassum is the Caribbean gold. So what we do is that we did this bio micro refinery so that we can transform sargassum in high value ingredients for different applications in the industry. One that I'm going to show you here is bioplastic. Like this bioplastic that I'm showing is made from one of the components extracted from sargassum. It's amazing to see that it's not only to prevent and use the sargassum, but you can also impact in another level, like for example, in other products, in other problems that are affecting the ocean, like plastics. But sargassum also has a lot of other components that are used in pharmaceutical. It can be used for food and animal feed, for cosmetics, for textiles, in agriculture. And I love saying it because the industry of algae is very, very well established. Many of you might know that there is a product probably with some sort of component from algae. It can be used in cooking for different techniques. It's everywhere. So what we have to do is we have to take advantage of this industry that needs more more ingredients, sorry. And we need to change this chip that we have, that sargassum is a problem, and see it as an opportunity for a sustainable economy. So this is a little bit of a technical part. We are now focused in a sequential way of extracting the ingredients so that we can finally end up using all of the sargassum. First, we start with biostimulants. Then we work with fucoidans. It's antiviral, antibiotic, anti-inflammatory. It's wonderful, very powerful, natural, and it can be used in the medicine industry, but also for individual use. Then there's alginates, many products that we consume daily, and we are going to focus it 100% to our clients that produce plastic, so we can reduce the production of plastic in the industry. And biostimulants also helps change agricultural practices. It's very interesting to see how from the ocean we can affect things that happen in agriculture. There's other components as well that we are going to be using. So we are in advanced communication with all of these actors, some that you might know of, some that you might not. But the very, very strong thing that we believe in is that we need to talk to everybody. We need to make that value chain more valuable. So if anybody is interested in algae, you can read the study that is focused on all of the ingredients that algae have around the world, and how today 98% of the algae that are used are coming from Asia, and the ocean is literally sending us a gift that we have to take advantage of in this region. so that we can have a healthy economy in the Caribbean and reduce that negative impact from sargassum. These are a little bit of the quantities that we plan to process, and this is a team, a very diverse team. We have people from the United States, Mexico, and Brazil to generate that very complete team. And here, a little bit of closing our seed project. We started doing our pilot project in Puerto Rico. And for us, it's very important that we were part of this program. It cleared many, many things, and it gave us many tools to talk to investments and investors, and to share that we have already started our pilot project. It's very, very exciting that we have seen our project, our idea become a reality. And it's very, very exciting to share this, that we are already in progress of sharing and making this true. And we always invite people to approach us if you have any idea, if you want to contribute, if you have anything you want to talk about. We're always open for communication, because the only way to solve the problems in the ocean is if we work together. And well, this is it from Thalasso. Thank you so much. Pau, thank you so much. Thank you for showing us this, and it's very exciting to see that we were part of this. I remember perfectly when we first started talking about the news and how the advancements in your projects were moving on. Your example, your project is a very great example. We did incredible advancements through the acceleration process, and it's a little bit nostalgic to see all of this process, and I love it. And I love that we were able to be part of it and work together, and we are seeing this come true. So I would like to make this conversation so that you can tell us what you got out of this program. What did you get, so that we can transmit it to the other people? Which are the valuable components that they can get through the program, and how this is going to add value to their business solution, even if they have company or if they have an NGO with a business model side. I know that I talked about it at the beginning, but I want to make emphasis on this, that who can apply. And we had co-management programs. And so this program, what I like the most is how it approaches conservation and the preservation of ecosystem, of such an important ecosystem like a reef, through in a less conventional way. It's more innovative way in looking for conservation through efforts of business solutions, not only through that depend directly of donations or grants and donations, but projects that can also exist, business solutions that more than being a business, they can have a positive impact. So I would like you to tell us about what are the main challenges that a new business focused in a positive impact on the reef, because it's two components. Today, for me, it's very normal, but for other people, maybe they don't see it. They see it as two different words. One is business, and one is creating that positive impact. So how has it been? How has this challenge been of mixing these two worlds in generating both? It's a very, very wide question. To begin, having a startup is already a challenge. Innovating is already a challenge. But also, when you're talking about impact, or when you're talking about urgent topics, everything related to climate change and protecting a very important ecosystem, not only for the region, but for the whole world, you have an urgency that is very important. And that urgency sometimes can maybe narrow your view, narrow your strategies, because you think that that is the only way. And then programs like this one can help you look at the bigger picture, not only at the problem, but at the solution that you're providing. We saw that our solution was focused on two things. One was the collection of sargassum, and one was the how we transformed it. And the program helped us see how we could help the reef in a quicker way. So one of the challenges was seeing seeing from far away, seeing the big picture, so we can take the best decisions, so we can have a positive impact, but without losing that business side from view. Because in the end, even though money is not the objective of these organizations, it is a very valuable tool so that you can grow quicker, scale up, get to more people, protect a larger area of the ecosystem. So I believe that this is one of the big challenges that we face. Yeah. So yeah, of course there are a lot, and they add up to each other. Yeah, starting with a startup is already challenging enough, and then adding it, how you can balance these two factors of being economically viable with having a positive impact in the ecosystems and the society. And so now that you mentioned at the end of your presentation that it was very, very filling, this program, in being able to make those details better, to make those very detonating collaborations, and to get to this point where you're at now. Um, so I would like you to tell me what was the biggest thing that you took out of the program? Which were the main benefits that you got out of the program? Main benefits. Okay, there's a lot, but probably the first one, different than other programs, the mentorship in this program continues. Unlike other programs, the mentorship keeps going. That continue connecting us to other relevant collaborators for other impact organizations, because they really, really care that we get to the impact that we want. And I think that this is incredible, and I appreciate it a lot. Two, I think that this is very important. We all, in other programs, you're just a startup that have environmental anxiety, and you want to take actions. A very important part of this program is that we are all human beings, and we know that there's days in which we are not very efficient, in which our measuring our impact isn't amazing, but we can share how we're feeling, which is also very, very important. This very human part, and how you manage your project, and this results in a lot more efficiency, better decision making, etc., etc. And the mentorship, the specialized mentorship, like with any other startup or with any other small program, we don't have 100 people team. We might be 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're already advanced, maybe 10 to 20, and you don't have experts in everything. So knowing that you have a network of experts that can help you in legal aspects or in business aspects, or in measuring your impact, it helps you realize that you are not alone, and it accelerates the way that you move through life, and it's not only you and your co-founder alone. The workshops were very, very useful, and they really stick to you. Yes, you have that compromise, and you have that responsibility of attending to the programs and the workshops. It's very, very valuable that you have it as a tool and the platform that is recorded, and is so, so valuable to in the future look back to these workshops and have that tool always there. Of course, also getting to know more entrepreneurs, more people in the same page as you helps enrich your ideas, have other perspectives that even though we are working in the same area, coming from different countries, different contexts, different education, different families, helps us know we have a lot of eureka moments. Oh, I hadn't thought about that like that. It's amazing also having that leader mentor uh, that is with you in a closer way, with a very, very close mentorship and very, very specialized, is one of the things that I loved the most. And the level of the mentors is incredible. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, yeah, just summarizing what you mentioned, I forgot to tell you at the beginning, but just so that you know that this initiative is going to continue until 2030. So once you are part of the acceleration program, we don't leave you behind on your own. We want to be with you, mentoring you, and you still have uh, rights, or you can still continue asking for mentorship. Also, you can ask for it in your ventures. In all the business side, if you're looking for investments, we also have a whole part of the team that is giving follow-up to this to prepare you to get these investments, to have the documents, to do the projections in the best way possible, how you're going to present your pitch, and connect you to those investments that are looking beyond the monetary side, but they will also have that positive impact in their focus. And yeah, as you mentioned, the program is very, very wide, and there is a lot of components. And probably in the other questions, I'm gonna go deeper into that. But I don't know if there were any moments at the in the program, or you have one specific very important challenge that you faced throughout the program, it being like time, or some ideas that maybe you had very concise, very, very structured, and then you had to suddenly change it or restructure it, or any major challenge that you had through the program. I think I said it a little bit in the presentation. Thalasso started as creating innovation for sargassum management. And in that first stage, we wanted to create that boat, that it was automatic, non-tripulated, so that it would collect sargassum on its own. And then on the program, uh, we found out, we noticed that only collecting it was not a sustainable solution. We are just moving the problem from the ocean to the land. And so then we started looking at the microbiorefinery, seeing all the potential that sargassum could have. So so we've had the opportunity to present it, the project, in many parts of the world, and our project was very circular, complementary. They can collect the sargassum, but they can also transform it. And we saw that uh, when we entered the project, we had this complementary project, and we exited the program with a program focused only on 100% on the transformation of sargassum. And for a startup, mentorship focused on workshops, feedback from the investment is the wisest thing that you can do. So we entered as a very general project with very, very wide ideas, and we left with a very, very precise and clear objective in project. And that has helped us grow and understand a project a lot more efficiently. The first 2-3 years, we were advancing very, very slowly, very happy, but very slowly. And then in the past year, in the past months, we are able to advance a lot quicker because we are setting smarter objectives. The OKRs helps you define what you need and what you're gonna how you're going to make it. And then you're going to measure what is failing. And maybe the part that was failing the most is maybe something that you have to eliminate right now to reach the specific objectives of this moment and then go back to them. So this program um, helped us turn off the light a little bit in one part of our first program and then put the focus on the biggest part of the project that is currently the transformation of sargassum. So yeah, um, the mentorship and with the proper mentorship, it's easier to clear up all of these different processes. And now that you mentioned the process of the OKRs, I know that you had an incredible mentor that I really care for. And I would like you to tell me how you felt the mentorship, the personalized mentorship from this program, because I know that there is one of the things that separates us. And I know that there are a lot of programs that have a lot of workshops that are very, very valuable. But I believe that one of the biggest difference is having a specialized person that is constantly with you, constantly helping you, and that is focused on you and your project, that can help you with determining your objectives and how these are going to go through and be achieved through time. So how did you feel with the personalized mentorship? For us, it was incredible. Our mentor was incredible. We are in love. Now we consider her a very, very good friend and supporter of our vision, um, and our mission and our vision. And yeah, as you've said in other programs that we have participated on, sometimes the content is very general. And even though it's helpful, honestly, sometimes you are with other projects, other organizations and startups that are in very different stages to yours. So sometimes you feel like, I could be spending my time in other things than being in a workshop that feels tailored to what I need. And it is a huge difference. You know that this person is giving you the diagnostic, has listened to you, has understood your position, and has given you concepts to enrich your ideas so that together you can define what are the priorities and what do you want to work with first, define your timelines, and know that this person also has the knowledge, not only about the ecosystem where you're moving, but also the networking, incredible networking, but also about your project is very, very filling and very, very valuable because it's literally tailor made. It feels like it's tailor made. And this is why I believe that a program that you consider, maybe I lost some time, I didn't get any investment, I didn't really meet anyone. It's completely the opposite because of this very, very specialized attention and this mentor that is so important. You can feel perfectly the comparison from day one to graduation. You can look back and you can say, wow, how quickly we achieved all of this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All of this is really amazing. And I wanted to link it with this methodology that we use of the OKRs. We also measure at midway and at the end of the program to see how much you have advanced, because then with the day-to-day activities you can lose your way, you only follow your plan, but then stopping and seeing the bigger picture and how you have achieved and is the way you can see how much you have actually done. So Bao, I know that we don't have a lot of time and I want to leave some space for questions, but um, how was this mentorship, this personalized mentorship that your mentor gave you? Mm, How did it link with the business workshops that you have access to? So precisely, I believe that these two things have been the most important. And it's important to mention the tools for measuring impact is super important to mention them, uh, because you are focused only in a very specific impact. But when you have a broader view, social, cultural, economic, it also opens your view to the way you value your project and more, and it makes it more interesting. You understand a little bit deeper, no, a lot deeper, that you are making a big change, that a change that you see only in one specific thing goes and affects in many different areas. And for us, these mentorships that helped us have strategic advancements, plus the business side that made us be ready. We have business projections perfectly well made, and the tool for measuring impact, because it's very sophisticated. It's very well done, very complete. Well, all of these things helps you have a bigger voice, a better voice to obtain better funding, to have better alliances, and you're going to be operating and being more productive a lot quicker and with a bigger impact. Yeah. So yeah, we try to make it very complementary, and it's very good that you're talking about this tool for measuring impact, because it is the way these three come together: the business part, your business model, so that it's sustainable through time, uh, the part of the impact, how you link it to all of this, and how you can grow through investment or adjust it to each of the projects. Not all businesses look for investment. It's also about exploring which are the things that work for each of the projects. Okay, super. So, um, any last message you want to tell us, or for startups or organizations that are out there that are in this focus, that would like to maybe, or that are doubting if they should apply or not, what could be good for them? Just what is the impact that they are going to get out of the program in their own organizations, and what they can generate positive for the reef. Um, Focusing as well that this region is, we didn't really know what we were gonna find, if we were gonna have big companies or very, very small companies, or how the picture was gonna look. And it's very important, this part of you mentioned of the collaborations that occur between people from the same areas. And we know it's a sector that we know that cooperation and collaboration is key, so that we can have a positive impact, so that it can contribute to conservation. And I know that I said too much, but do you have one last message for everybody else, for other organizations that are looking for this little push, so that they can um, make their business stronger? So, okay, my first recommendation is apply, apply, apply. If you are selected, take advantage to the maximum to whatever the program is offering. And all the challenges are, if the challenges are inside or outside, this program is going to help you solve them. And here, we are all here because we want to make a positive impact. And my recommendation, my number one, is apply. And if you don't make it to this cohort, apply for the next one. And if you don't make it, apply again, because it's worth every second. Also, take advantage of the resources and all of these amazing people from New Ventures, MAR+Invest, MAR+Fund, and all of the mentors that come from outside, because we all have this very strong mission of generating a positive impact. And apply, take advantage to the maximum, and connect with all of the other entrepreneurs in your cohort, with the previous one. If you ever need any help, I would be happy to help through LinkedIn, or I can give you my contact. So apply, take advantage, and change the world. Natalie, very, very quickly, I want to share my screen very, very quickly. So everybody, if you don't know how to apply, we put the link on the chat. Here is where you can register. Remember that applications are closed on the 14th of July. And here you have all of the specifications of the profile, which are the sectors that we are focusing on, which are the benefits that you're going to get out of the program, so that you can revise it in detail, what activities you're going to do through the program. And if you want to know more, you can download all of the details of how to apply, on the details of the program, which are the natural protected areas that we're focused on. And yeah, Natalie, so the floor is yours. Wow, Vale, thank you for all of the information that you shared. This is all very, very valuable about the opportunities that the acceleration program is giving us, and very, very valuable to see how the program has helped you and how you were able to take advantage of it. And thank you so much for that recommendation of applying. The opportunities are there, and what better way to just take advantage of them by applying. So very quickly to close, I'm going to see some of the questions that are in the chat and also through Facebook. So, Vale, Pau, if you both want to answer, or only one of you. First question is, good afternoon. Can you apply as an individual for the program? Yes, it is possible. We have to analyze that specific case. The best thing you can do is apply so that we can know what your situation is. But yes, it's possible. Thank you, Vale. Next is good afternoon. Greetings from Roatan. Can you write the 3 problematics that the program is addressing? I think that they are referring to the 3 problems that they are addressing: climate change, water pollution, and overfishing. Either way, if you have any questions that you might have, they are all on the webpage and you can go. Thank you, Vale. And we have 2 questions, one for Vale. What type of business can apply? What type of businesses can apply? I don't know really what you refer to, but it can either be companies in a young stage or seed projects, even if you're if you're just going to start operating. For example, with Thalasso, they weren't operating yet when they entered the program, but they were already very established, and we just helped them be more structured so that they could start their operations. But also, if there's any NGOs or associations that have a business side that in any way can, so that we can help them get more funding for their conservation efforts. And the last question for Pau, I think you already talked a little bit about this, but what would you recommend, or what tips can you give to the small companies that are just starting, focused on positive impact? So the main thing is to connect with organizations like New Ventures, MAR+, that have this very true feeling of supporting projects like ours. Don't give up, don't stop, and don't die trying. It all takes time, it takes patience, it takes discipline, it takes a lot of perseverance, but don't give up, because the big objective is very important. Don't be afraid to change. Sometimes you think that you have a good idea, but once you're part of a network that have uh, it can help you have a better perspective to where to go. But above all, is um, yeah, don't give up. Um, I I agree completely with what you're saying. I want to just finish. I don't know if Balin or Pao would like to say anything to close. And then to finish, just thank you all for being here in this seminar. I would like to invite you, if you want more information on this acceleration program, I left in the chat the webpage, the version in English and in Spanish. So, but if you have any more questions about applying, in the chat, there's also the link, and you can also contact the New Ventures team or the MAR+Invest team. And Pao, Valen, thank you so much for your time. This was very valuable. We take a lot of knowledge, a lot of learning. And I also want to invite you, to all of the people here, if you can very quickly answer a little questionnaire that I leave the link in the chat, both in Spanish and English. Officially, I would like to close the seminar and thank everybody, and so that you can have an excellent afternoon. Uh, Thank you everybody. Thank you, Marfan, for the logistics, the organization, and thank you, Paul, for being here and sharing your experience with us. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye. Have a very good day.